Alright, so in one of the videos I told you we talk a little bit about some of the equipment we use, in particular firearms. So what I'll showcase for you this morning or this afternoon is two of what you see in the videos. This one here was in the most recent Bobcat video. This is a 204 Ruger, built by myself, painted by myself, in a stock. I'm currently upgrading it to a JP Enterprises silent capture buffer tube, buffer spring. It's got a Columbia River Arms 20-inch barrel, an SAS suppressor, a Leopold VX 3 4.5 to 14 by 30 LR scope, and I believe an Odin Works upper. This gun, you can see right now it's got an Atlas biped on it. Usually I run them with, not with the Atlas, but I run them with a Swagger. I really like that setup. It's stable, but yeah, it's versatile at the same point in time. This one is, like I said, is 204 Ruger. This is a gun I use if I know there's going to be cats in the area, potentially going to be cats in the area, or if we are strictly fur hunting. I love the 204 round. It hits hard. My favorite bullet of choice is a 40 grain Nosler. This one out of this setup is pushing about 3,600 feet per second. Extremely flat, extremely fast. It does a good job. You have to do your part and make good shots, but it does a good job. If you do your part, it will do hits. So I will get that one out of the road, and I will grab the other one for you. So here is the 22 243. This version is actually the Ray Hill Rocket, designed and built by a man named Kevin Rayhill. This one was also painted by myself. He did the build, he trued the action up, whatnot. That's a Swagger bipod it sits on. Like I said, love that thing. So anyways, this thing, I'm running 80 grain AMAXs, push them right at 3,500 feet per second. Not fur friendly in the least unless you're out past about 300 or 400 yards, but it hits them. This gun is mainly used for contest or just fun hunting. So the setup I have here is a Trude Savage Action. I believe it's got a Fred Moreno trigger in it. It's sitting on a Vortex Razor HD 5-25 scope. A Benchmark aluminum housed barrel, so similar to what the carbon fiber barrels are now. This was kind of one of the first ones. It's aluminum wrapped instead of carbon fiber wrapped, so you have the same profile and a little bit more heat dispersion, but yet not the same weight. Love this gun, extremely accurate. We've actually printed a 9-inch for about 1,300 yards of this rifle. But like I said, it hits them like a hammer. If you hit the coyote, it's not going anywhere. It doesn't really matter where you hit it. It's doing its job, and that's what it was. That was what it was built for. It's an 26-inch barrel. I love the round. I have a 9-inch SAS suppressor, Arbiter suppressor for it, 30 cal can for it. Minimal recoil for the round. Fairly quiet, but like I said, it's hard on fur. If you don't hit it just right, it's hard on fur. I am going to try some new bullets. I have been for the last 3 years been using Hornet 80 grain AMAXs. Obviously they discontinued those. I still have a pile of them. However, I did order some 80 grain Alco bullets, aluminum tip bullets. I want to try those, and I also ordered some 77 grain cutting edge bullets. Cutting edges are a monolithic solid copper bullet, kind of like Barnes, but a much higher BC. Really nice guys over at either one of those companies, and whatnot, and they were really great to deal with. And ordered both those, had both those pretty quickly, so I'm gonna do some load development and try to work a load up for that. I already have a load worked for this gun, so that's what I'm gonna do here this weekend, is do some loading, try to go to the range Sunday, and we'll try to video some of that. And then I'll also try to do some load development with some of those newer cartridges. I got to figure out overall length and depth of lands with both those bullets, as those are new and I don't have any experience with them. But anyways, the other gun I carry on stand is a Benelli 12 gauge, a Super Black Eagle, the original Super Black Eagle, synthetic stock to be exact. I can usually carry that shotgun on the stand as well. You just never know. With coyotes, you never know. You know, you can see a coyote going for a long ways, and then all of a sudden, he's there at 20 yards. And so it's kind of nice to be able to have that shotgun for quick access. So anyways, stay tuned and we'll have some more videos. Thank you. Okay, kind of go back to gun talk and coyote rifle talk. I'm going to show you all the shotgun I'm running. What I'm currently running is a Benelli Super Black Eagle, the original. As you can see, it's got an extended magazine tube. I'm running a Carlson's Coyote choke, and then I'm also running an aftermarket bolt. Haven't painted it yet. Haven't really decided what I want to do, but that's kind of what I run. 3.5 inch chamber. Of course, I shoot 3-inch number 4 bucks. That tends to have the best spread kind of number of pellets. You know, most of those loads have 41 pellets per round, so kind of biggest concentration of pellets, and yet still be able to reach out there and touch them. I have used some 3.5 inch double aught buck with pretty good luck with that. Have ran a fair amount of dead coyote over the years. The tungsten didn't have the best results with some of that, so kind of talking to a bunch of buddies and a bunch of guys in the industry, they were having kind of the best luck with the number 4 bucks. So switch to that, and we've had pretty good success. So pardon the workbench, it's a little bit messy. I got 3 or 4 projects going on right now, which, to digress into that, I'm going to show you a project that I just finished up painting. Got to put together, so trying to get the old lady into more involved in what I do, what we do. You know, sometimes it's hard if they haven't grown up doing it, and so I've gotten her out to go with me a little bit, but one of the ways to get her to go with me is to build her a gun. And so I built a 223 a while back and shot probably 25 coyotes with it, and just kind of retired it and went to that 204. Well, haven't used it, and so had some spare parts lying around, so it's okay, I'll build her a 223. So we'll show it. Obviously it's not finished built, I just painted it. So this is the 223. 18-inch 223 wide oak armament barrel. 1/8 twist. It's got I believe it might be an Aerial Precision upper, an Anderson lower, a Troy handguard. I got the muzzle brake or the flash hider attachment for the suppressor. And then, so being her gun, one of the ways is that I paint it. So no big deal, I paint a lot of my guns. However, I would not have thought in a million years that I would ever paint a gun that wasn't camo of some sort. So if you can peep the barrel in there, the barrel's teal, and yes, that is sparkle. I went with the matte black and then Lauer's unicorn finish, their unicorn dur pearl on the gun. Some guys will say that, oh, that's too much flash, too much shine for a coyote rifle. Well, it does have some luster. I went with a high gloss clear coat, so it does have a lot of luster and a lot of sheen. However, in my experience, if you're doing your job, most time those coyotes are dead long before they even see the color of the rifle. You know what the camo does is it helps you get away with a little bit of movement, and when I say little bit, I mean very little. Coyotes are extremely keen, and they can tune in on movement. You can have the best camo in the world. If you're moving all over, they'll still spot you. But the other thing you can always remember and never forget is you're never going to fool their nose. So, but yeah. So that's kind of what I'm working on now. It's going to have a mech armor defense trigger. I'm going with a JP Enterprises silent capture buffer spring on that. I've switched to all of those on all my suppressed rigs. I really like them. They're quiet. You don't have that kind of that cheese grater sound with suppressor. Everything I shoot suppressed. The other thing she's getting is she's getting a fail zero bolt carrier group, and topped with a, I believe it's a 5 to 15 power vortex scope. I can't quite remember off the top of my head, but I believe that's what it is. So anyways, yeah, so that's gonna be her rig. So hopefully we'll have her on film a little bit and kind of do some video of her shooting. So, but guys, I mean, you know, and the other part of this was I was able to get her talked into let me buy some more parts, gun parts. So I snuck in a few of mine to buy some of hers. So it was a win-win. So anyways, thank you for watching, and stay tuned for more videos.